I am good this evening. Um, so I have Emer in the room with me and I have Maureen. Great to see you, ladies. So we're just going to arrive onto our mats. Bring yourself up into a comfortable seated position. And we'll begin by taking one hand to our chest, to our heart space, and one hand to your lower belly. And just close down the eyes, begin to soften the shoulders away from the ears. Begin to observe the natural ebb and flow of your breath. Going inward, follow the journey the breath makes through your body. And feel your breath move beneath your palms. Arriving home to yourself this evening, allow your sit bones to settle, grounding towards the earth. See if you can feel your heartbeat. And we're going to bring a little count to our breath. So inhaling for a count of 4, exhaling for a count of 5. So all together, let's inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4, hold. Exhale 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, release. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, release. And just continue on your own count. And as you continue to breathe, see if you can deepen your breath. Stretching your diaphragm muscle, expanding the rib cage. Decluttering that stagnant air in the lower region of the lungs. When closing down the mouth, find your Ujjayi breath. And this tends to be a little louder, making a little oceanic sound or a little noise as you go deeper into your breath. And as you continue to keep your eyes closed and breathe deeply here, begin to just observe how your body is in this moment. And I want you to begin to reach your arms around you and just give yourself a really big hug. Our theme this evening is self-care, so maybe bring the chin towards the chest and have a little sway from side to side. Big hug, big squeeze. Lovely, and release, dropping your palms onto your knees now. And just continue to breathe. And throughout the class, if you can, continue to bring your awareness to your breath. Welcome, Emily. Thank you for joining. So as you go inward, begin to notice how you have landed onto your mat this evening. Mentally, emotionally, with no judgment. And we're going to take 3 lines breath. So inhaling into the nose, exhaling softly from the mouth. So all together, inhale as fully as you can. Open the mouth, release the jaw, exhale. So really surrender your let go. Once again, deep inhalation. Exhale, release. Once again, inhale fully. Exhale. And then closing down the mouth, allow your ujjayi breath to come back. In now through the nose. Relaxing your palms down onto the ground now. And just begin to roll your shoulders. And just slouch forward a little bit. Drop the head, bow the head to the heart center as you roll your shoulders. So almost slouching forward, doing what we're not really meant to do when we're sitting up, when we're lengthening through the spine. And then reversing it, begin to roll the shoulders back, opening the heart, the chest, sitting up nice and tall, lengthening a little bit through the spine. Lovely. And we're going to take some head rolls, bring the chin in towards the chest and slowly begin to rotate the heaviest part of your body. Going deep into the back of the neck. I invite you to slow down. Go slower than you want to go here. Be really mindful with your movement and your breath. Rotate, go the opposite direction. Be an explorer of your own body. Go deep into every little muscle, every little movement. What sensations arise? Notice when you stop breathing, or if your breath stops or slows, or it goes faster. And then coming back to center, we're going to take our palms to touch behind us. And slowly begin to lengthen the arms, just opening the chest, the heart center, open heart. And see if you can bend your elbows here ever so slightly. You might take your hands to the side of your body, soften the shoulders away from the ears, lovely. Inhale, really expanding that rib cage, lengthen back behind you and maybe bending here once again. Taking the hands to the opposite side. Again, relax the shoulders away from the ears. And you might take hold of opposite elbows now. Bow your head once again towards your heart. Just taking a couple of grounding breaths here. And exhale, release. Straightening out the arms, lengthening through the arms. And just begin to rotate those wrists, those hands. Stretching out your fingers. Lovely. Inhale, reaching the palms up towards the sky, lifting from your sit bones right up, lengthening from your pelvis. We'll take the palms to touch, interlace the fingers and press the hands away from you. So really getting straight arms here. Close down the eyes and just take 3 deep breaths. Then maybe activating that ujjayi breath. Gorgeous. And taking the arms out nice and wide. Now we'll bring our fingertips to touch once again off the mat. Inhale, look up, reach up, drop the head back. Fingertips to touch. Exhale, opening the arms. Lovely. Once again, inhale, look up, reach up. Exhale. Inhale, look up, reach up. Exhale, coming halfway down. And we'll drop the left hand, bring your right arm up and over, folding into that left elbow. Taking a little lovely side fold here, drop the head. Hold and breathe. Exhale, release back to center. Inhale, left arm reaches up and over, folding into the right elbow. Drop the head, hold here for a moment and breathe. Exhale, release. Once again, right arm up and over. Drop the head, fully breathe. Exhale, release. Back to center. Left arm reaches up and over. Try to keep your alignment. Don't worry about how low you go. Lovely. Exhale, release, coming back to center. We're going to take the hands to the knees and slowly begin to rotate from the hips, from the pelvis. So just bringing some softness back into your spine. And take a little smile here to yourself, just softening into the face. Just getting nice and loose in the body. Okay, we're going to come down onto our mats, straight into a lovely big child's pose. Bring the knees as wide as the mat, big toes to touch, and come into a nice grounding position. Soften the hips, relax your tailbone down. Bend the elbows, and you might even place one hand, palm on top of the other, and just drop your forehead to the mat. Grounding down here. Imagine that you're a little seed being planted into the earth, getting ready to grow. But first filling up. We're getting ready to hibernate, I should say. This is hibernation time in our Celtic wheel. We want to really restore and allow our bodies that time to begin to heal from within. So see if you can deepen your lung capacity, breathing as fully as you can here. And without pushing or forcing anything, really surrender to whatever may be arising for you today. Mentally, emotionally, physically. Slowly begin to walk your fingertips forward and deepen that stretch through the arms. Option to come up onto the fingertips. Continue to melt the armpits down, soften the shoulders. And bring a little bit of movement into the hips. Gentle sway from side to side here. Feel that compression. So we're going to thread our right hand underneath our left arm. So threading the right arm underneath the left. Draw your right shoulder and your right cheek to the mat. And then slowly begin to walk your left hand back, taking the left arm up towards the sky. Open that left shoulder. So this is a deep twist. Take a breath here. Option to drop that left hand behind you, perhaps to the crease of the right thigh, or just let it hang and breathe. Notice how your ribs feel here as you breathe. Exhale, release. Slowly walking that left hand back. Switching arms. So take both hands in front and threading the left arm, this time underneath the right. Left shoulder and cheek come onto the mat. So option, you can even stay here, or to take that right hand up, open the right shoulder, come into a deep twist. And dropping that right hand behind you. Breathe. Exhale, release. Slowly begin to walk both hands forward once again in your child's pose. And exhale, coming up to your tabletop position. And we're going to begin our cat cow. So spread the fingers wide, all 10 knuckles, fingertips on the mat. Inhale, drop the belly, traction your chest forward, tailbone lifts up. Look up. Exhale, release, bring the chin towards the chest, dome into your spine, scared cat. Inhale, drop the belly. Exhale, release, scared cat. Continue on your own breath. Allow your breath to lead your movement. Go as deeply into your spine as you can here, building on your flexibility. And remember, the more flexibility we have in our backs, the less likely we will be to get injured in the back in the future. So that's what we're working on here for our lovely spinal fluid movement. Slowly begin to rock forward and back, perhaps sinking back onto the heels. Inhale, coming forward, and begin to maybe close down the eyes and move organically here at whatever speed or area of your body that is requiring investigation today. Explore, moving mindfully, noticing every tingle, every ounce of pain perhaps, or discomfort. Any cracking in the knees and the hip joints. Anything that needs to be cracked. Bringing the palms for a walk around your mat now, perhaps walking the hands towards you, working into those delicate wrists, perhaps taking the hands to face towards you, rotating from the shoulders down into the wrists. Again, exploring, testing boundaries here, maybe testing edges, stretching those fingertips. We're going to tuck our toes in, sink the hips, and come up onto your knees, stretching into your feet here, stretching out all 10 toes. Once again, we'll take the hands behind us, interlace the fingers, and again, opening the chest, take those hands, those arms nice and long. Bend the elbows, soften. And just try and stay an extra breath here, depending on how discomforting this is for you. For me, it's very uncomfortable on my feet, but some people find this quite easy. So again, it depends on the body. Take one last deep breath. If you can stay a little longer, great. Encourage it. And exhale, release. We're going to come back onto our mat and take our puppy pose, walking the hands as wide as the mat, melt the heart, melt the chest. Drop the forehead and breathe here. Exhale, release. Slowly walking those hands back once again. And we'll come back to our tabletop position. And we're going to extend our right leg and our left arm out nice and long. Begin to draw your right foot and your left hand to the center line of your body. So you're drawing right to the center line of your body, if you can imagine. Drop the head. And we're going to make a fist with the left hand. Bring the right knee to the left elbow. Doming into the spine here, drop the head. Inhale. We're going to take 5 of these. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, release. Inhale, lengthen for 2. Exhale, release. Inhale, lengthen for 3. Exhale, release. Really go deep, strengthen, lengthen your body as much as you can. For 4. Exhale. Last one. Lengthen. And exhale. Release. Dropping the hands. Bring your right knee in towards the center of your body. And we're going to rotate the right knee 5 times here, making big circles. Take the right knee out as far as you can. 1, 2, 3. Try to keep the rest of the body still. 4 and 5. Extending that right leg out now. So your right knee is in line with your right hip. And rotate the opposite direction. 1, 2, lovely. 3, no arching in the spine. 4 and 5. Taking the right knee out to the side as high as you can. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Dropping that right knee now. Opposite side. So extending that left leg out nice and long. Sorry, left leg, yeah, right arm. Just think about that for a moment. Left leg, right arm. And you're drawing your left foot and your right hand to the center of your body, the center line of your body. Hold here for a moment and just ensure that there's no arching in the spine. So you tuck your tummy in. So you're not like this. Your tummy's nicely tucked, engaging the core. And just take a deep inhalation. We're going to take 5. Exhale, right elbow to left knee. Drop the head. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, release. 1. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale for 2. See if you can get a little longer in your lengthening. Exhale for 3. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale for 4. Really go long. Inhale, lengthen. Last one. Exhale for 5. Lovely. Dropping that left knee there. Left knee in towards your chest as high as you can and begin to take it out to the side and around to the right knee for 1, 2, 3. Try to keep the rest of the body nice and still. Really focus. Just isolating that movement. Lovely. And 5. Taking that left knee back now, opposite direction. 1, 2. Just checking the back is not arched. Navel towards spine. Lovely. Gorgeous. And 5. Then taking that left knee out to the side as high as you can. 1, 2. Gorgeous. 3, 4, and 5. Excellent. Now we actually forgot one movement, so we're going to kick back the right foot, flexing that right ankle, and we're going to pulse here for 20. So again, just navel towards spine, flexing the right foot, and when you're ready, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just small micro movement here. Really working into that right glute. Don't worry too much about the count and just listen to your own body. And as soon as you feel that little burn in the right glute area, I should say. You might also feel it in the outer left leg. And 20. Dropping that right knee, extend the left leg back. So left knee in line with the left hip, navel to spine, flex that left ankle and flex. Pulse, I should say. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So quality rather than quantity. Small micro movement. Try to keep the rest of the body strong and engaged and still. And the breath, bring it back to your breath. Really, really good. And 20. Dropping that left knee. Excellent, everyone. Just give your hips a little wiggle from side to side, sinking back into a little child's pose once again. Dropping the forehead, just take a breather. Surrender, let go. Notice if your pulse Let's raise a little. Excuse me. And really focus on your breath to actively bring it back. Just taking one last breath here before we come back to our tabletop position. And from here, we're going to tuck our toes in, sink the hips, spread the fingers wide, and lift the tailbone up, come into your downward facing dog, drop the head. So knees bent deeply, knees to chest, and one at a time begin to pedal out the feet. Pedaling out the feet, working into the back of the legs. So again, you want to find your resting dog, your resting downward dog pose. So this is second nature to you. You hang out here all the time. This is just another inversion that you do every day. You're really comfortable. Your breath is lovely and balanced and flowing here. And just give your head a sway from side to side, shaking the head yes, and then shaking the head no. And go deep into that Ujjayi breath, working into the back of the legs. See if you can take all 10 toes off the mat. And then bending the knees, slowly step towards the hands. Take your time, walking your feet to the back of the wrists. Keep the knees slightly bent. Take hold of opposite elbow here. And just hang out, drop the head. Swaying from side to side. Relax the hands, bring your chin in towards the chest, and slowly begin to roll up, stacking vertebrae on vertebrae. Coming to standing at the top of the mat, we're just going to sway the arms from side to side, soften the shoulders away from the ears, and just kick out the legs and the arms. It's loosening up the body. And just shake, wobble, and shake like jelly a little bit. Oops. Excuse me. And coming to the top of the mat, we're going to bring our feet hip distance, spread the toes, tucking the tailbone under, standing up nice and tall, palms face forward, soften the shoulders away from the ears. Close down the eyes and really ground through the feet here, the four corners of the feet. And breathe deeply. Imagine there are roots going from your feet down into the core of the earth. Open your chest. Soften your collarbone. Hands to prayer in the center of the chest. Inhale, reach your fingertips up towards the sky, get as long as you physically can get here. And as you exhale, swan dive, hinging from the hips, folding forward, dropping the head. Inhale to a flat back. Fingertips to touch off the mat or taking the fingertips right up. So your back is straight, lovely. Exhale, release, drop, bending the knees. Take the hands to the mat and step both feet back, coming into a high plank position. So drawing the heels back, engage the core, strong core here, soften into the shoulders, and just hold for a moment. Squeeze into the glutes, keep drawing those heels back. Bend the knees, drop the knees, bend the elbows, chest and chin onto the mat. Release the toes, sink the hips, scoop the chest forward, baby cobra. Not too high, feel that lower spine. Exhale, release, pressing into the palms, and come back into your child's pose once again. Breathing into the lower back. Take your palms, your hands, and place them excuse me, on your lower back. And feel your rib cage here. Feel it expand and contract as you breathe. Go deeper into the breath. Gorgeous. Exhale, release, walking the hands forward once again. And we're going to step our right foot forward to the top of the mat, between the hands. Excuse me. Sweep the arms up, going into a lovely low lunge here. Open the heart. And exhale, release. We're going to take the left hand and just drop your left hand towards your right foot. Take that right hand over, taking a little back bend here. Lovely. Exhale, taking the hands to prayer. Left elbow to right knee. Prayer hands to the center of the chest. Now, option to stay here, or you can tuck the left toes in, draw the left heel back, and take the left knee off the mat for an extra challenge. Exhale, release, coming back to center. Fingertips to touch. Drop that left knee. Now we're going to heel toe the right foot to the center of the mat. Exhale, straightening out that right knee, flex that right foot, drop the head. Now you can hold here, breathing deeply into that right hamstring. We're building a little flow. Inhale, coming forward, fingertips to touch, straight spine. Exhale, straightening out the leg. Just listen to your body. Imagine that you're lengthening your hamstring muscle with your breath. Just a couple more breaths here. Meeting back at the top of our mat. And we're going to heel toe that right foot to the left side of the mat. Drop your right knee, shin, and ankle down. And come into your pigeon. Keep that back leg straight. Just allow that right foot to hold. So you can also go from tabletop position, taking that right knee behind the right wrist. So right knee behind the right wrist. Yes. That's it. Gorgeous. Yes. Surrender. And just go deep into your breath here. Three more deep breaths. And slowly begin to walk the palms back. And we're going to take a little back bend. Bring your hands to the side of your hips. Inhale, open the heart, the chest, look up. Draw your shoulders down away from the ears. Option to bend that left knee. You might take hold of the left ankle. Beautiful. Lovely deep quad stretch. Exhale, release. Dropping that left knee. Now take both hands to the mat. And you're going to press into the hands and take that right knee back to meet the left, coming into your tabletop position once again. So this time we're going to step the left foot forward between the hands. Sweep the arms up. And up into a lovely low lunge here. Open the heart, open the chest. So this time we are dropping our right hand down towards our right leg. Take your left arm up and over. Exhale, release, taking the hands to prayer. A little off balance that one, hands to prayer. Taking the right elbow to the left knee, prayed hands to the center of the chest. So you can hold here. Often tuck that right toe in, take the right knee off the mat. Lovely, exhale, release, come back to center, drop that right knee, fingertips to touch. You might need to heel toe your left foot to the center of the mat. And slowly begin to straighten out that left leg. So again, loads of options here. Whatever's working best for you, your body today, go with that. Honor that. And trust that your body, or that you will know what your body needs most in this moment. Yeah, just working that hamstring, which can be really tight this time of the evening. Working quite loose. Keep working into that right glute also. So just taking 2 more breaths wherever you're at, wherever you are. And then meeting back at the top of the mat, we're going to find our pigeon pose. So you can go back to tabletop position and come into your pigeon from there. Or a little bit more advanced would be to heel toe that left foot to the right side of the mat, left knee, shin, ankle, down and dropping back that left foot. So, Emer, yeah, you go from there, lovely. So keep that back leg straight and surrender, walking the palms forward. Completely letting go. Going within, really being in this experience in your body. And accepting this moment for whatever may be going on for you or within you. Just for the last couple of breaths, see if you can go a little deeper into your pose. And slowly begin to walk the hands back. We're going to take a little heart opener here. Hands to the sides of the hips. Open the heart, open the chest. Sorry, draw your shoulders down, away from the ears. Gaze draws up. And option to bend that right knee. Perhaps you'll make contact with the right ankle. Taking a lovely quad stretch. Okay. And exhale, release, taking the hands back to the mat. Slowly come back into our tabletop position. Give your hips a little wiggle from side to side once again. And we're going to find our last downward dog. Tuck the toes in, draw the tailbone up towards the sky. Coming into your downward dog, make sure your feet are looking wide. Draw the heels down towards the ground. Dropping the head here, lift the tailbone up. Give your head a little shake, yes. And then a little shake, no. See if you can draw your tailbone a little higher, taking all 10 toes off the mat. And perhaps taking your right hand off the mat, bring your right hand to take hold of your left ankle. Looking under your left armpit, drop the head. Take a deep breath. Lovely. Exhale, release, coming back. Both hands on the ground. And then maybe taking the left hand off the mat and to take hold of the right ankle. Just gently pulling on your right ankle. Look under your right armpit. Drop the head. Exhale. Release. Excellent, ladies. Come back to tabletop. Or sorry, to downward dog. And slowly begin to walk the hands towards the feet. So you're walking your palms towards your feet. Make sure the feet are lovely wide hip distance apart. We're going to take our right hand and place it on our left foot. We're going to bend our right knee and work into straightening that left leg as you reach your left arm up towards the sky. Look towards your left hand. Take a deep inhalation here. Exhale, release. Left hand, place it on your right foot. And begin to really straighten, working to straighten that right leg. Bend the left knee as much as you need to. Reach your right hand up towards the sky. Look towards your right hand. Exhale. Release. Excellent. Begin to heel toe the feet out to the edge of the mat now. We're going to sink our hips down into our Malasana squatting pose. Lovely. Hands to prayer and just hold here for a moment, rounding down. If you can, placing the feet flat on the mat. Hold your squat and breathe. Straight back. Try to draw your chest forward, shoulders down. Relax your face. Breathing fully. And slowly begin to release the hands. Drop the tailbone and we'll come to seated position. You can sit on your mat, extend your legs out nice and long. Excuse me. Flexing the ankles and just removing the flesh from underneath the sit bones. Lovely. Inhale, reach the arms up towards the sky, hinging from the hips. Fall forward, come really slow. Palms face up towards the sky. Head to bow. Down. Last, bring the chin in toward the chest. Bring the chin as tight to your chest as you can, really feeling the stretch through the spine. Two more breaths here. And exhale, release. Slowly come back to seated. We're going to take a reverse tabletop position, spread the fingers wide. Feet hip distance, inhale, lifting the hips up towards the sky. Get your table nice and straight, so you don't want anything, you don't want to be like this falling off the table. You want a nice straight table, drop the head and breathe. So this is our reverse tabletop. If you want to go a little more advanced into our Purvottanasana pose, walking the feet forward or coming down, pressing the feet down into the mat like so. You can give English a try. Yeah, lovely, Emily, that's great. Keep lifting those hips, breathe, drop the head. Exhale, release. And we're going to take our fish pose, which we haven't done in a while, flexing the ankles. Drawing both elbows down onto the mat. Flexed ankles. And you're opening your heart, you're opening your chest, dropping the head and bringing the top of your forehead onto the mat. Like so. Just give it an attempt. You can also place your hands underneath your, like sit on your hands. Yeah. Keep drawing those elbows back. Yes, open the heart chest and see if you can just gently touch the head towards the ground. Yes. Breathe. So taking one last breath here before slowly coming out of the pose. And we're going to come down, roll down through the spine and find yourself flat on your back. Walk your feet in towards you and begin to take the knees from side to side. Just windshield wiper out the knees. Feel that release in your lower back, especially if you went deeply into your fish. I think you'll definitely feel that release. Or feel something in that lower spine area. So walk the feet in as close to you as you can, palms face flat on the mat. Begin to press your lower back onto the ground as you lift the hips up towards the sky, pressing the weight into both feet. Equally come into your bridge. And it doesn't have to be very high, but strong legs, equalized weight between the feet, drawing the knees towards each other, squeezing into the glutes here, toning the legs with control, massaging out the upper spine. Option to take the hands together, interlace the fingers, and come up off the back, up onto the shoulders, lifting the hips a little higher. And exhale, release slowly, winding down through the spine, vertebrae by vertebrae. Bring the knees in towards the chest. Give your knees a big squeeze, a big hug. Gently rock from side to side and massage out the lower back, nice and curly here. Taking the hands to the back of the thighs and rocking back and forward in the opposite direction, massaging out the spine here. Option to come up into your shoulder stand if it's in your practice. And if it's not in your practice, taking your baby pose, taking the hands to the outside of your feet. Have a little play, bring the knees towards the armpits. Continue to massage out that back. So lots of deep exhalation sounds now from the mouth. You can drop that Ujjayi breath. Big exhales from the mouth. Make as much noise as you need, any ah sounds, any releases that need to be done. And finally, we're going to take some twists. So option to cross the legs, cross one leg over the other. Take the arms out nice and long. And so if you cross your right leg, say over your left, drawing the knees towards the left side, look towards your right hand. Soften that right shoulder. And take 3 deep breaths once you come into your twist. And again, big exhalations through the mouth are good here. Engage your obliques, draw your knees back to center and across to the center of the body, opposite, cross the legs in the opposite direction, so maybe left leg over right. You don't have to cross your legs, just to go a little deeper. Keep the knees as close to you as you can and draw the knees, the legs to the opposite side. Soften maybe your left shoulder, the opposite shoulder. Look towards left hand. Oops. Leave space. Breathing deep deeply into those 3 breaths. And then once again, engaging the obliques, bring the knees back to center. Give your knees a big hug, a big squeeze. And we're going to take our right ankle to our left knee. Just draw that right knee out. So just interlace the fingers behind that left thigh. Or taking the hands up and over to go a little deeper, up and over to your left shin. Exhale, release, switching legs, left foot to right knee. Open up that left knee, interlace the fingers behind the right leg. Whew. Going a little deeper into that left hip. And exhale, release, bring the feet together. Allow your knees to fall out to the sides as you come into your Supta Baddha Konasana. If you have a cushion or something, maybe for underneath your upper back or your lower back, palms face up towards the sky. And just gently butterfly out your knees here, rocking them from side to side, opening those hips. And again, take a few deep, exhalations from the mouth. And when you're ready, begin to surrender your physical practice. Begin to extend the legs out. Allow your feet to fall out to the sides. And allow your body to come to a lovely resting Shavasana. Begin to soften the back of the head. Relax the scalp. Soften your forehead, temples, cheeks. Unlock your jaw. And begin to allow the head to feel really heavy. Relax the back of the neck. Softening your shoulders down away from the ears and allowing them to melt towards the earth. Take up space. Arms are wide, palms facing up towards the sky in a receiving position. Relaxing the elbows, wrists, back of the palms, and each fingertip. Soften your upper back down through the lower spine. Relax your heart, your chest. Let your belly go. Soften your pelvis, your hips, your glutes. And perhaps taking one last wobble like jelly on the legs till you find stillness and your leg muscles are all soft and relaxed, all the way down to the tips of your toes. Allow your body to completely melt towards the earth. And if your mind is racing, or your head is distracted, or there's traffic in the brain, bring your full attention and awareness to your breath. And surrender to this moment this precious time in your week to find peace here in the present. Continue to go deep, go within. Witness your thoughts. And be your own keeper. Continue to follow your breath. And continue to melt your body, finding that state of pure relaxation within your physical body without falling asleep, keeping the mind alert and focused on finding this peace within, harmony with your breath and body. Each cell healthy and alive. And as you continue to breathe, practice gratitude by finding 3 new things that you're grateful for in this moment. Begin to deepen the breath, awakening your body from within. And slowly begin to wriggle your fingers, wriggle your toes, and gently roll over to one side, curling up for like a baby for a moment, honoring your inner child. And as it was a self-care theme, just asking a question to yourself today. And that question is, what do you need in order to fill up your cup? So you can overflow to be the best version of yourself. Perhaps setting a little intention for the week ahead to move towards that. Using your outer hand, gently push yourself up into a seated position. And if you like, closing the class with one arm. Quiet arm tonight. Inhale. Namaste. Just bowing to yourself. Thank you so much for practicing this evening, and I hope you all have a lovely week ahead. And you can drop off or hold on if you want to ask me anything. Lovely to see you, ladies, as always.
Thank you, Gail. It was lovely.
Emily. Thank you, Maureen.